Yeah.
About the mic. Dudes had to know like that. 100 dudes gotta know it.
Not again.
No, no,
You know what I'm saying?
no.
But
because everything changes.
I can see.
Why you got a DJ? So dudes be, I got my DJ. DJ put button to be going like he doing DJ. Something. Really a hype man. Because he really, my man Keith Light was a real DJ. My man Keith Light was on really our music going out. Shout out to Keith Light. I see you. Shout out to Marie Watts in the
every stage. This is the growing pain. Somebody my pops citing the lyrics to me. I would spit a verse, he'd look at me. Citing some point right now. Apart.
Like he's trying to be.
That's the I don't know.
I wonder.
I can't. I don't know.
He's in the.
Then I gotta ask about his. Body.
But we're gonna play a song right now. Right back. Back to you. Yes, that's tomorrow. My man Corey D. Walker in the building. This is on him Sosa. Got his new project coming. Let's Oh, Beef Radio.
Hello?
Antoinette?
Yeah, this is Antoinette.
How you gonna go on right on? First of all, I appreciate.
Oh, no problem. Oh, okay. Nothing, cuz what's good? Mm-hmm.
After this.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Okay.
Corey D. Walker will be in a lot more, but in the building as legendary, the veteran,
Pioneer.
Ever in the building live.
Well, the first time hip-hop touched me to the point where I knew I was going to be an MC was when I heard the Sugar Hill Gang, the Rapper's Delight. So that was the first time, and it was because when I was young, I used to write a lot of poetry. And when I heard them, it was like now I could do my poetry to music. I love music, and it just gave me the outlet. Now I can kind of spit over the music. What I love on both fronts. So it was at that point in time that I knew. And then when I heard the Sequence 3, I think they were called, Angie B, and Blondie, right? And
Angie
they had that
Stone
song, I call
now,
it
right?
Get Up. I don't really even know the title. Yeah, Angie Stone now.
Yeah.
When I heard them, I said I had to get a rap name, right? So I didn't want to be Antoinette, so I got my first rap name, and it was Annie C. So that's what my name is.
Well, let me ask you, why C?
Because everybody had that. It was like Dizzy D, Busy B, Kumo D, so I had to be Annie C. It just made sense. It just made sense.
The first shot, like, which rocked in? House, it was.
Well, interestingly enough, the first time I took a mic wasn't in the playground. It wasn't at any of the jams in the park. It wasn't until several years later where I actually took the mic when I started rapping with two of my friends, and we would call the Feminine Force. And the first show we actually did was Ellen Silly. We did that show with, what's his name? Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Before he was anybody either, he was like this little slim guy up there. He's rapping, we're rapping, and we was doing the thing. That was the first time I actually got on the mic, and I think I gained comfort in knowing that I wasn't alone. I had my two friends with me, so I think it was different than my going out as a solo artist with all eyes on me.
Hard to get a bill back. Major deal.
Well, I think that everything happens for a reason, and what happened was, for me, I did a demo tape. The demo was I Got an Attitude. My friend Fat Doug, who I was in high school with at the time, he went around, he was shopping my demo, and we met up with this guy, Jay Ellis. Well, he took it to Jay Ellis. Once he took it to him, Jay took it to Next Plateau, which is the same label as Salt and Pepper. And according to Jay, and I can only go by the story that he told me, according to him, he was playing my demo for Eddie O'Loughlin, and it was one of his friends, and the president of Next Plateau, and Herbie overheard it. He was there. And Herbie came in and he said, "Who's that? I want her on my album." So that was in September, and I was the first single that dropped in November. So I mean, in a matter of 2 months, I hit the street. Yeah. Absolutely.
How soon that after you?
Why I haven't been on a lot of tours. That was one thing, and that's like in the book that I wrote. So the book is All That Glitters, and it depicts my life from when I was a child and through my music career, why I walked away from music and everything. And in the book, I talk about not being able to do a lot of shows because at that time, Jay Ellis basically told everything. And he was saying that, no, you can't go out yet. You need to wait. You know, suspense is good. It didn't make sense logically, but that's what he did.
Oh, yeah. You have
Exactly. And people didn't realize that. So that's when you had all the rumors and stuff. And then when I ended up walking away, people kind of associated it with that, as if someone, you know, came in and took my career from me or some nonsense like that, which was ludicrous. And that's why it was important for me to write my book too, you know, so now people will understand exactly what I went through and why I made the decisions that I made.
Tell how the battle started between.
Yes, I actually do. And it's funny because I didn't know exactly why. So consider this. I'm in high school. I get this record deal. I'm excited. I hear my record on the radio. A couple of weeks later, somebody's like coming at my throat. And I'm saying, why? I had no idea why. And it wasn't until several months ago that I found out exactly why. And I found out by watching a YouTube clip where MC Light was explaining what transpired because I never knew what the conversation was in her camp. So she talked about it, and that's what I wrote in the book. And come to find out, the beef was not hers. It was something that she was pushed to do by her team. And at that time, when I say team, I'm talking Milk and Giz. So MC Light and I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll follow. Really, and it's funny because the first Like, hindsight, pretty much is what.
Yeah, but what's funny is that you can't be a biter if you both use and impeach the president.
Exactly.
And that's first of all. Secondly, I'm not a producer. I don't make beats.
Probably back then, neither did she.
That shoots a hole in that too.
No, she didn't.
Yeah. No, she didn't make beats either. What I'm saying is that whoever produced her made the beat. Yeah. Herbie produced the song. So I really had nothing to do with the beat except for the fact that this is what Herbie gave to me to rap on.
Have y'all ever contacted each other?
No, I had the opportunity of actually meeting her at the Queens of Hip-Hop in Atlanta back in March, and that was the first time that we actually were together in the same room. And I took a picture, so that picture I posted, it wasn't the greatest picture of me, but because of what it represented, I put it out there like on my Instagram or what have you, and we got a lot of hits, and it started to circulate. But we had a good conversation, and like I said, there's no animosity or anything. I mean, that was many years ago. It is what it is. It's over. Yeah, exactly. We moved past that. And Light has went on to become somewhat iconic as a female rapper. I chose a different path. I walked away. But at the end of the day, we're both sisters in the game, and it is what it is.
What inspired you to out of the about your life? Present.
What inspired me to be completely transparent was the fact that I wanted to help others. I felt that the things that I went through wasn't just for me, and that a lot of times people see you when you walk in a room and they size you up based on the way that you look, the clothes you wear, or what have you, but nobody knows your story for real. And sometimes your story parallels the person looking at you. And they become envious. They want, because of what they see, and they want to be you, but they don't really want to be you. They don't understand. Also, being a survivor of a lot of different situations, I wanted to instill hope and inspire people to let them know that they could make it through those situations. And ultimately, my book, I would like to use as a catalyst to facilitate the much-needed conversations. I want people to be able to talk about it, to open up, and to begin a healing process so that they can start living and stop just existing. I left the game because I was fed up, because when I started rapping, I already had a daughter. So I had my daughter when I was in high school. And it's funny because a lot of people didn't realize that, I guess. But I was a teen mom, so I already had her. It was what I was going through in the industry that made me decide to walk away and just go get an education instead.
Well, I guess they can play. The career path that one before.
Yeah, I've done a couple of things.
Yeah.
I tell people I've been a lot of people and a lot of places on the way to who I am.
Ever want to make?
Yes, well, actually, right now I'm working on new music, along with DJ Scratch and IG Off and Fat Doug. So right now, on my Instagram page, which is _who's_the_boss_, I have a little snippet of something that Scratch and I did.
Oh, so by the way.
Listen to that. Yes. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Scratch, he posted it first, and I just snatched it off his page and reposted it. And it's funny how people are still checking for me after all these years. because I didn't understand what I meant to hip-hop until I came back. I didn't feel I was appreciated. I didn't feel I had recognition, nothing.
That when people were thirsting, weird that had people.
Well, I guess for me, people have approached me. Some people thought I was on in '96. I actually did a verse on one of CRU songs on their Dirty 30 album. And some people said that it was a teaser, like they thought Antoinette was coming back, and then I just disappeared again. But Yogi was my friend, so he asked me to do it, so I jumped on the song. But at that time, I toyed with the fact of coming back. Came off stage, somebody was like, "Have you seen Antoinette? What's going on with Antoinette?" He said people were still asking for me. Some of the shows, and he was like, people are thirsty. People are looking for you. You need to come back out here. And so I started hearing all of this stuff, and then I started going around to a couple of events, and I started talking to some of my peers, and I was like, yeah, I need to do this. And plus, it's something that I love, so it just kind of ignited that fire that was laying dormant. So now I'm ready to go.
Tell you something about you.
Mm-hmm.
As an artist, here's the thing: separated. Not really knowing what they had was wanted voices off the hook. First of all, when you're just speaking, you don't even need a beat. Voices off. I have one of the best rapping ever. And I can't think of talking and even just amongst rappers, period, right? So the next thing is add serious lyricists. No one would say, well, listen to, she's just like, yo, look at this MC, right? Yeah, MC. And here it is, here's the kicker. Beautiful hard edge still was feminine.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to knock
and
on
trendy. Trendy. Like, had a lot of videos. I realized about had a lot of videos. A lot of artists didn't have as many videos as you.
And I'm not knocking on any artists or saying on that hard edge. Not everybody.
Yeah.
I got a couple. Got some. Got to talk. We want them to hear what we talk.
No, I don't mind.
So I got a couple of joints I want to ask. That was I really used. What was your?
Well, never get enough. Understand that being on Next Plateau, I felt that I was actually even harder than that song. That was just something I wanted to have fun with. because they were kind of looking at that salt and pepper type music.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, you know, let's do something that's a little happier. And I like you were just saying a little while ago, I don't think they knew exactly how to market me. So they were trying to make me softer, a little softer than what I actually was. Where who I was fine the way that I was, but Never Get Enough was really just a lot of fun. We had the beat, and it's like, let's just knock this out and do it. And so that's what came of it, just artists, creativity.
I directed the.
That one, I'm not even sure. It was I think some students from like NYU, because we did it at NYU. So that's what Never Get Enough.
All of y'all that don't know about it, I thought this was.
Look, all that glitter.
That brings back memories, like the time of like
for us,
the
you know,
car knives and cross colors.
I'm not. I respect it. After I don't like it. Some of it is not. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? So I can't judge content. And that's
But out of curiosity,
right.
if you
No, I'll be honest with you, I don't know because I listen to music and I don't know half the names of the people that's out there today because it's almost like I feel the artists come and go so quickly. At least the songs, because I listen to my kids and I hear something, I'm like, who's that? That sounds right, and they tell me a name. Sometimes the name is long, I can't even pronounce the name, and then I'm like, okay, who's that? What happened to such and such? Oh, now it's this new one. So the kids, it's like it's just switching up so fast. It's not like years ago where you had like a Rakim, and you want to play that whole album for a couple of months. You know, you're gonna keep rewinding the tape until it pop. That's what we used to do. So what I hear today is there's so much music out there. You know, if somebody's on SoundCloud or here it is, just flooded with so much stuff that it's hard for me to just pick and choose which one or who or to remember who's who. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, when I listen to music, I'm listening to Scratch Vision Radio. I'm listening to Rock the Bell. So it's like certain things because that's what I like. That's what I grew up on. You know, that's what I know. So at the same time, of course, I'm open and I do hear other songs and I like some I don't. And I'm quite sure everybody has that. You like some things you're not really feeling as much. But as far as doing, you know, calling out a specific artist, I couldn't.
switching back on now. Um, touched on. I even touched on. For people around that and don't understand, how could a help find out that something's going on?
Well, when you think about it, in order for somebody to be helped, they have to want help. So the truth of the matter is, as a family member, you can try to talk to the person. You can ask them to please try to reach out for help, give them examples of what's going on, tell them stories to bring things into reality for them and how they can really get heard and the residual impact of domestic violence and how some people don't make it out. There's a lot that you can tell them and inform them about. You can even equip them with the number to call when they're ready to call, but you can't, make them dial that number. And that's what's hard because you love somebody and you're watching them go through, but your hands are tied.
I think they know.
Well, sometimes instead of knowing that you don't deserve. I mean,
Right.
I mean, from experience of
Right, because the abuser will make you feel that way. I wouldn't do this if you didn't do that, and you start to believe that. You know, maybe if I wouldn't have said that, it wouldn't have happened. When you don't think that it should have never happened. You know, but it is very hard.
tell people how to like.
In the book, what I've done is I've listed the domestic violence state coalitions in the back of the book. So no matter what state you were in, I gave you a number that you can call or a website that you can go to take the first step. Because I felt that people needed that.
So that how do you the faith like my faith? Because it's really not anybody really. I mean, it's people. Body that's that movie. Shows even though it's national out, but
Yes, I see myself as the face to stand up nationally in regards to domestic violence as a hip-hop artist. I just recorded a song, and we're getting ready to remix it called Stand Up, and that's what it's about, domestic violence, because I think that it's time for somebody to stand up and to say something. Because, like I said, in hip-hop as artists, we want people to see us a certain way. How many people are willing to expose themselves? In order for you to say, I don't imagine how you feel. I know exactly how you feel because I was you. And that's where I'm at now. Yeah.
Especially when besides me, cousin, besides that, just my family. Second, that all comes out. I think help people. They can.
Yes, they can purchase it on my website, which is therealantoinette.com, and they can just hit buy now.
if I wanted to lights out, got to get that one. But if there's anything else that
Well, I just want to leave people really with something. And it's something that I came to the knowledge of through my process. So I want just people, I want to sow the seed in people. And I want everyone out there to know that what somebody does to you is not indicative of who you are, but instead it's indicative of who they are. And sometimes it's not what's wrong with you, it's what's right with you and what's wrong with them. Because I have so many of my brothers and sisters that's looking in the mirror thinking that something's wrong with them, when sometimes there's nothing wrong with them. People are doing things because they want to.
lights out. So was that some
Yes,
people
sir.
say that was your response back to him.
Okay, so it's Lights Out, Party's Over, so it's about MC Light. But what happened was it just got to the point where, as I was stating earlier, the people in my camp didn't want me to respond at all. but the streets kept talking. So I kept getting smacked and smacked and smacked. And it was like, we have to say something. I have to do something. So finally, they gave a little bit of leniency, and they allowed me to do that particular song. But it probably would have never necessarily been my first response at all, you know. But it is what it is. And that's the song that was on the album in regards to MC Light.
The book has a lot of artists in it. A lot of artists. A lot of good.
Yeah.
But once again, we want to thank you. You got a home. So just keep us posted, and when you get that new music, please let us be the.
I sure will.
All right, so we're going to go out with Lights Out. Lights Out.
All
right.
All right, Cuzzo, thanks again.
This joint, a lot of people thought was the Lights Out.
A 10% this, here's 100% peace. So get closer and try to figure how you was a
We're going to have more information on the book on the website on how you can get the book. Make sure y'all tune in, go to stirupthepot.live, and you will be able to get the book, all right? You'll have a link there. You go straight to the book, see everything that she was talking about. Make sure y'all do that, all right? We're going to have a link to that. Once again, I want to shout out to Allison Langston, DeMonte Negro, Tanya Green, Jason Nesbitt. What up, Big J? I see you. What up, Big J? I see you.
Party's over.
Fly that fist, go ahead. Still pointing up, fly that fist's head. Yo, G-Off. Back to the program, words to her. They try to distance, but I'm slow and drop a blizzard like Christmas. Just one of my thesis reading, alright? Yeah, to help the needy. So pretend I'm a hit. Casted a present from me to you, now rapping and bandage. Cause I do damage, and if I speak for myself, I do damage. I make a record dope.
Yeah, Keith got Harlem in him too. He was always in Harlem.
Yes, sir.
Growing up. 12060, right over here.
He said, where you from? I said, Brawlem.
Actually, this block is, your block. Yeah, his block. This block right here.
Nah, but,
a couple of blocks up.
Yes, right behind the Apollo.
I'm fed up,
My
so I
family,
had
right
to
behind
get
the Apollo. That's
now
where they grew up.
up with a bloody attitude.
How many of y'all remember that joint right there? Mr. Magic. Back in the days, my man Mr. Magic was rocking. DJ Red Alert. Clark Kent.
Now let's start doing the audio fluent. Whoever else is in the wit
The Supreme Team at 2, 3 in the morning.
Got the place, name it. You get the picture, now frame it. And you
DJ Dr. Rock.
Ha 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 ha. Sucker, you missed.
Oh boy.
This is when we ain't have hip hop, y'all. Remember that? We used to look at hip hop late night. Remember them days?
Yeah, man. Fall asleep sometimes.
Welcome to the show. That was a dope. That's in the building for I see rappers. A lot of y'all. It was a lot. It was a
rapper. It.
But as promised, we got another guest in the building. My man extraordinaire in the building right now with us.
Yes, what's going on?
What's the deal, family? How you doing, man?
I hear me.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you coming, man.
Hey, definitely glad to be here. And shout out to Antoinette. That was a great interview.
Yeah, thank you.
That was.
Yeah, man. So
I got the book. Got to see you there, man. So I'm looking forward to that to be in the mail soon.
No doubt.
Well, first of all, bro, let them know where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Chattanooga, Tennessee, a.k.a. Chat Town. My name is Extraordinaire the Great. I'm here representing my way of Cashville and ATL right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So just sending love to y'all and looking forward to talking to y'all real quick.
That's up, man. So, like, how long, bro, like, you know?
I've been in the game a good 15 years. I started out with a group, Black Folk Inc. We dropped an album down here in the South. It got a good buzz. We've gotten like Matt Murderdog magazine, XXL, a lot of Ozone magazine, a lot of different things like that. And I started out actually producing. So that's my first love. And so I've been doing that since I was 12 years old. And so I've just been kind of just cultivating that most of my life, as well as just being an artist. What ends up happening is I can't never find the artist that put it out the way that I put it out. So even though I'm a producer, I'm still pushing this music, you know, these bars.
So it's kind of like one of them things you make hot beat, pocket, way.
Exactly.
So you say, what I'm going. Oh.
And you know, it's not being greedy. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm looking for, you know, because I'm a student of the old school, golden age, all that. And so if I'm making a certain beat, you know, I'm listening for what the artist will bring to it. You know, I want to hear topics, I want to hear lyrics, you know, and then I want to mess with the production. So a lot of times I say, mixtape with NSO with DJ Dilly out of Atlanta. I'm gonna forget somebody, but working on a project with Bubba Sparks. It's a lot of people.
There's a lot.
DJs at this place called The Moon. And I remember being backstage, and there was a guy, it ended up being T-Pain. He was like, man, y'all look scared. They done booed everybody off of the stage. It was the guy used to be with the firm that left. I can't think of Cormega. Cormega and Juvenile, all these people. Yeah, he was like saying, man, they booed everybody off the stage. Y'all gonna, and we ended up doing our thing at the show, but it's always exciting for me when I'm presenting new material to people, winning them over to what I'm doing. It's a challenge, but at the same time, just studying the game and being in the game long enough to see what techniques work and all that stuff. I even though I'm representing I'm like in the middle of bridging the gap of the old school and the new school. I still look at sample that I was gonna flip, and I ended up just writing to it. And like even in the verse, I say something about I'm making beats in my bed, and I just go from there. It was just somewhere I was like, I was writing it, and then I said this would be a great song to link up with Killer Mike on. So I had the song presented to him, and he rocked it with me. He killed me, which is that's cool. Just like Jay-Z said when he had M on his song, it's his song, so it's a win. But he's a killer Mike machine, you know what I'm saying? So love that song, and he went in, I did my thing. I went in, I ain't gonna front like I didn't, but he just came and killed me. But the thing is, a lot of good bars, a lot of good, it's a fun song. It's not really about anything, but at the same time,
Yeah, I like that beat, fam. That joint kind of hyped me up right.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Hold on one second. Brother was being modest. He act like he ain't hold his own. Brother, you had your own in that song. Mike is the man, but yo, you was no slouch in that song.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know, because it was, I liked it. Trying to take it out. And, you know, of course, he came behind me and fed off of my verse, so I just felt like, yo, but I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Because, Killer Mike, when I cast that, you got him on that, like, Killer Mike was like, yeah, you know, that was, so I appreciate that. I really do.
We got another joint we called The World Go Round. What was the inspiration on that song?
Well, what happened was I got to work with Four Finger Set group out of Tennessee and Chicago, actually, now. And they had a song for me to remix with Project Pat. And what was cool about that was I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to do like Pete Rock used to do back in the day, throw me a little verse on there. And so it was just exciting to kind of put another spin on the song that they already had, and also be able to just twist it up a little bit and put some on there a little different, you know, add my little spices on it. I got some more stuff going with Project Pat that I'm working on in the future, so I'm excited about that. This is just a good precursor to that. You know, we had that song. Shout out to Project Pat. Shout out to Four Finger Set. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to everybody, you know, but yeah, that's my joint right there, too. I really had a good time with that one.
So you work with Project Pat and people like that, like, for a while. Now, something in hip-hop, before I want you to tell people something in hip-hop don't like in hip-hop.
It's something that I want to change, but I know that I can't. It's just being able to bridge the gap. Because for an older head, it's like we want, you know, bars, we want lyrics and stuff, and then for the younger people, it's about the vibe and all that stuff. And I just wish that it was easier for the gap to be bridged, so that people that are older in the game that are doing it, that are older than me, and set the stage for what's coming on. Cause I always get that respect. I see it getting better, but it's just like, you know, like I remember I heard like Daddy-O from a group called Spencer Sonic was talking about, you know, doing. So, great thing when I go back and listen to stuff is you can tell people were making it up as they go along, and I just wish that that bridge could be gapped to where people, because we're the only genre that doesn't respect our elders, you know.
Once again, make sure y'all go to Cellar125wines.club and make sure you check out all the wines we got, you know what I'm saying? You can get 4 wines once you back to the.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a hot joint too, man.
Yeah.
So you produced all these joints we just listened to, you tracks too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tracks is crazy. Got an ill style there, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I'm just trying. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just saying, man. Open, make.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I'm coming from the South. I know formula that's working down here, but I also, because I listen to everything, I try to push that envelope, bring something, a little new to the table, still palatable to the listeners of what today is listening to. But I know that people that have been listening to the music and have archived the music, they want more than just a formula. They want something that's going to push those boundaries. So I do that for myself just as much as for the listener, because I'm a listener too. So me to be able to appreciate it, I hold those standards up for myself to be like, let me see what I can do to push it a little bit further.
Work with somebody out here, man. Out here, younger generation. Who would be one?
I mean, it's going to be easy to say your Kendrick Lamar's, your Big Crit. So those guys, that are, right in what I'm doing, I really appreciate those people because they got lyrics and bars. But there are a lot of people that I really just appreciate. And those two are the ones that come to mind. And I know as we go on, I'm going to think of a lot more, especially like a lot of the MCs that are coming and they're saying some different things. Like this kid named Ben Staples that I like. It's just a lot of people that, and don't get me wrong, I produce for whatever the artist needs. So it's like, I look forward to working with somebody that might not have per se bars, but they have flavor. They got a style that I can work around. So there's just a lot of people
son. I done seen it all, y'all some Stevie Wonders. Y'all niggas know me. Got some must never see me be like, draw me. I'm from Missouri State, I mean, you better show me. Think I don't give a fuck, and you can blow me. Ha, proteins and I'm lifting weights. Doing shows going up and down the interstate. Been the greatest starting there since I was knee high. Like April 2020, bitch, we high. I like girls who don't be frontin' when they want me. Hunting me down, begging me to throw that D. With urgency, fit perfectly in any socket. Donating dick like that pussy was a non-profit. Y'all ought to stop, y'all ought to.
And yo, I want to first of all, before I even let you go, I want to with how to screw.
All right, check this out. Find me Extraordinary Great on Facebook, Instagram, and then it's Extraordinary with a spelled with a 3 on Twitter. What You Want, that's coming out Friday. Circuit 94 is my just straight up hip hop production crew, so y'all got to check them out when you get a chance. Shout out to OG Wild Out. The Wild Out remix is out right now. Check that out. That's just some stuff that I did I produced for some people right here in Tennessee. Y'all got to check that out. Some next level stuff. Shout out to DJ Dirty Laundry. I got a project that I'm about to speak with him. And shout out to Lil White. My next single on everything is going to be featuring him. That's basically it. Yeah, I just appreciate the opportunity to get on here. By a guy named Diamond D called Sally Got a One Track Mind.
Oh yeah, Diamond D. Yeah.
Yeah. So So even though I made it a party song, I was still trying to, you know, put something in there to make people think, even if they ain't think. Because I got a lot of, you know, stuff that's going on in people's head. But at the same time, that was the inspiration for that song. Charlie got a one-track mind, Diamond D. Just a little known fact for the listeners out there. They can go back and check out Diamond D. Because like I said, I listen to the old, I listen to the new.
Yeah, you dug in the crates on that.
Yeah, I appreciate the art form, man. I really do. And as a producer, I just pick up on every, you know, and what worked back then. You know, you don't just discard it. You know, it's a lot of winning formulas that people came up with back in the day that still apply. So yeah, that was inspiration lyrically on that. You know what I'm saying? Now the beat is completely different, but that was a hot beat. But I just did something a little bit more clubby, you know, and then try to infuse some of those that story in it, you know.
Other man, definitely got a home in Harlem, man. Gonna keep rocking them.
Definitely. Hey, appreciate you. We'll do that.
All right. That was extraordinary, great, y'all. He's in the building. We're gonna go out. We're gonna end the night with right here. Tito Tati, right? Tito Tati.
Yeah, Tito Tati, yeah.
Tito Tati.
I'm gonna start using it.
Yeah.
Tito Tati. I'm gonna bring that to Harlem, man.
Tito Tati, big head, little body.
And little body. Tito Tati.
A little bit of karate.
Yeah.
And a little bit of karate. Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah, a little bit of karate. Yeah, just with everything. Y'all take. Appreciate that, man.
All right, fam.
Y'all rock that Tito Tati up there, the whole thing, yo.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Brother.
Yeah, Beef Radio. We y'all for tuning. Extraordinary, the great, and then great. All of y'all for tuning. Twitch, all the things. Stitcher, tune in, Acast. I can't even announce to everybody. I just want to fight for tuning. I love y'all. Love y'all. Beef Radio. We go out with this joint right here. So Tati.
Hey.
Big head, little body. Body.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you tune in tomorrow when I interview Corey D. Walker, a.k.a. Sosa the King, you know what I mean? King Sosa will be in the building. We're going to be dropping the Sosa's Ways tomorrow. And also, Sunday, my man Crazy from the 504 Boys. Y'all remember the 504 Boys from No Limit? My man Crazy will be in the building. All right? Make sure you tune in Mondays to Stew in the Morning, 10 p.m. Mondays and Tuesdays to Stew in the Morning. And come back next Wednesday. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yes, sir. Drinking coffee with Stew. Stew in the morning.
Yeah.
And then be back next Wednesday. We will have Phase 1 on the show, right? Next Wednesday?
Yes, sir. Next Wednesday.
Phase 1, we're going to drop that hot mixtape. Is it a mixtape or an album?
That's an album.
It's an album. Whatever it is, it's fine. It's refreshing to hip-hop. We're going to play the whole thing next week. Make sure y'all tune into that. You ain't going to want to miss that. That joint is going to be fire. Phase 1 will be in the building.
All she do is rap like in the state. That girl is great. She got that good. In the workshop, she put rats with the wood. Knock it out hard. She wrote A-Rod. Lady look like this man.
Hashtag Tito Tati.
Damn, she that good. After she done, she fix me a sandwich. She do damage on second thought. Roll with a crew that be making it pop. Drink with her friends while I get drunk. Lie my say, I always say pop in that junk. That's why. That girl, she Tito Tati. Bad body. That girl, she Tito Tati. Bad body. That girl, she Tito Tati.
This song could be a meme.
I know.
Bad body. That girl, she Tito Tati. Bad body.
Shout out to Tony Young.
likes to show off, don't care.
Grego Cross in the building.
Tatted up, flat back in front. See her in club wearing red bottom pumps. She don't want much, some smoke and some drink. You might try to wipe her, didn't know what you say. Take it from me, she's so saucy. Please don't try to wipe her, bring home to mommy. Don't be for sex, do background checks. Make sure you strap up whenever you flex. Make sure her old man don't know where you go. Beat them bricks up and you better call Mako. That's why.
Live from Harlem.
This pot smells delicious, and it's the base for a whole food stew.